What's up, my good people? Today we're doing a vibrant, tasty pico de gallo recipe that will blow away others that you've had before. We'll start with the basic ingredients for this salsa fresca, then move on to those vibrant, zesty ingredients to give your pico that killer taste on top of tacos. So let's get started. Okay, so let's start with our basic ingredients of pico de gallo, then I'll continue with special ingredients that we'll be adding to make this more colorful and tasty. So we're featuring this TopFeel knife. What we got here to cut is a sweet onion, 3 Roma tomatoes, 1 Serano pepper. You can use jalapeno if you'd like, and then of course our cilantro. Demonstrate the knife real quick and how it cuts tomato. You know, tomato skin is sometimes kind of tough, and we're going to demonstrate how well it slices through the skin of the tomato. Okay, that was like nothing. See how thin we can get it? Ooh. Look at how thin that is. Wow, very nice, very nice. So let's go ahead and cut our tomato up. I like to cut them in little squares. You can also keep the core of the onion pulp to make it more watery, or you can do half and half. Maybe one without the pulp and the other with. Okay, so a way to do it is if you take out the cores of the tomatoes like I did here, then you'll leave the meat of the tomato there. You can cut lines this way. And once you have the lines that way, you can turn it around and then just make your little squares of tomato there. I like them that way. It's just easier to make smaller bites of chunks for your pico de gallo, but it's entirely up to you the way you want to do it. I'm just showing you how I do it. Now let's do the onion. We're probably going to do maybe just a third of the onion. I kind of like taking out the outer skin first before I start on it. That's the tougher skin around. Here it is. All right. And the way I like doing the onion, I guess in culinary school, I've never been to culinary school, but I've heard that they tell you to cut through the lines with the lines. I've done that way, but sometimes I end up getting, I cut off the end there. I end up getting better cuts when I cut it the opposite way. That's just my personal preference. I'll discard the last part right here, and then turn it around. Start. That's still cutting with the lines, but I first do cross cuts. And see how you already get the small little pieces of onion there? This knife's doing a really good job of making these cuts. And that's it. We got our third onion right there. So mix it to our bowl. I ended up doing 4 tomatoes after all. 4 tomatoes. Next, we're gonna do a Serano pepper. I'm only gonna do half because I'll show you why in just a bit. I am gonna leave the seeds in there to make it hotter, but if you don't want it that hot, then you can discard the seeds there. Tell you what, I'll do half with and half without. And I do it long ways this way first. I really like to kind of hide the Seranos, make them as small as I can. That way people can't really gauge how much hotness is in there until they taste it. And that kind of slows people's engines on eating too much of your pico de gallo, right? Have a heat tolerance to kind of slow down and say, whoa. But the way we're making it today, you're gonna get people to eat it, even if it's hot. Okay, so our last one is our cilantro. Bunch it up like this, like a ball. Put it down, and then just start chopping it. We're just about done. This thing is sharp. Okay, so before I move on to our special ingredients, let me do a quick demonstration of the knife and the knife sharpener by TopFeel. This knife has kind of a forward stance, sort of like a camping knife. You can see the beautiful Damascus pattern and the polished edge on the blade there. I'm not sure if the camera is picking that up, but if you look on top of the blade, there is a black forge-like top. Very unique looking knife. Looking at the wooden handle, it's a full tang knife with a large handle. At the end, there's a loop to maybe hang the knife on the wall. Let's do a quick paper test. So let's see how this does. Oh my God, this is extremely sharp. Really nice. Really, really nice. So this is the suction cup sharpener, knife sharpener. Here is the grid disc. This one's 300. Flip it to the other side, and you see this is the 600. So go ahead and just put it down and turn this. There we go. And now it's firm. See if we can do the paper test with this one. No, not at all. So we're going to use the grid discs from 300 and work our way up to the 1000 grid and see if we can make this thing cut paper. Wow, it actually made this cheap knife cut paper. Okay, so back to our Pico de Gallo. Okay, so here comes the special ingredients. Now you all seen these mini peppers. I'm going to use one color each. One of the orange, one of the yellow, and one of the red. Very, very small kick. Very small kick. Hardly anything. So we're cutting off the top. Then, like I said, you can, a lot of them don't have seeds. You see that? Some of them do. The yellow didn't. The orange really didn't. Red does. And it's not even that much. So we'll do them like we did the others. Long ways. You can see that just with one. Look how vibrant that's looking. Now you start seeing the Pico de Gallo taking shape, right? So we're gonna mix this all together. All the peppers are in there and we're getting a really nice color here. And remember, this is all personal preference. Whatever you wanna put, however many peppers you wanna put, it's entirely up to you, but you can see like, that's already looking very, very nice. We got one more thing that we're gonna add as far as peppers go, the red jalapeno. If you've never had a red jalapeno, try it. You'll be very surprised. Yes, it is more intense as far as spiciness. It also has a slight hint of sweetness. I'm gonna leave the seeds on. This is gonna give it more red. And then we're gonna finish it off with some liquids. And that should be our Pico de Gallo, and we'll start cooking. You think this is a complex variance of colors there. It's a complex taste also. It's not your typical Pico de Gallo and not your typical or traditional Pico de Gallo. You want to keep people wondering, you know, make this Pico de Gallo. Look at that. Most of us do lime. We're going to do lime. We'll do the lime. Hopefully I don't get any seeds in. Lime. Now we're going to get an orange. Hopefully this doesn't have any seeds. No, it doesn't. And this is going to give it that little tang that we want. People are going to say, damn, what do you got in there? They're going to ask you. And try to figure you out. Gotta keep people wondering. Mix this around and then we're going to salt it to taste with some salt, pepper, garlic. And we're using Arnie, Texas American Pitmaster OG or Arnie Asadas OG. Salt, pepper, garlic. That's it. All right, here we go. Really good stuff. With the Pico de Gallo done, it was time to grill, and we cooked up some juicy beef skirt fajitas. Of course, we cut them into strips against the grain, and with a quick taste test for quality control. Pretty delicious, but we'll finish it off with a top dusting of Cosmo Q's prime steak rub. Good stuff here, great for a finishing topper. Perfectly cooked, now let's make ourselves some tacos. Look at all those vibrant, tasty colors. Oh, I am so ready. You have to give this a try. You won't be disappointed, I guarantee you. So guys, it was great hanging out with you once again. Product links for the knife and the sharpener are in the video description below with a great discount for our viewers. Make sure to join us Tuesday night, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time for our barbecue chat giveaways where you can win products like these for yourself. Must be a subscriber to enter. Hope to see you all there.